YouTube, I am a terrible YouTube provider. I have been building a thing that I'm calling the chick playpen, and I built a new chick brooder. Didn't make one video. I'm actually lying here on the floor of the new chick playpen. I just glued down this vinyl flooring, which will protect the floor underneath it from the inevitable moisture. Let me give you a little look at what I've been doing. All right, so the playpen is in this weird loft that the previous owner of my property built in their pole barn. And as you can see, the distance between the floor there and that rafter there, which is right at the stair, is not really conducive to getting up and down and up and down, up and down. So I used to have stuff stored up here against this wall, and frankly, everywhere on this floor, it was a mess. And I thought, there's got to be something better, something that I could put up here that I don't have to interact with that much. And then I remembered, oh yeah, I live in North Idaho, and I'm a prima donna about the way that my chickens are raised. I want my chickens to eat green food, which means I have to start them very early when there's still snow on the ground. Today, I think the high is 40. And you can hear in the background, there are chicks. That's right, I'm already starting my chicks. The meat birds are actually coming in 2 weeks. But the idea is, I can't put them outside at 2 weeks old. I can't put them outside at 3 weeks old. But I can put them outside at 4 weeks old. So what I'm going to do, I'll show you the other side of this masterpiece in a minute, but that is a very, very temperature controlled brooder that's 3 feet by 5 feet that's suspended in the wall of the chick playpen. They will spend 2 weeks inside of the chick brooder. Sorry, I did not clean the plexiglass before I started filming. Here, I'll open the door so you can see my ugly, almost three-week-old addition to the laying block. There they are. Look at how homely they are. Like, what the heck? The man's never put a camera in her face before. Well, kids, it has begun again. So anyway, this is 3 feet by 5 feet, and we'll do a more detailed explanation of how this thing works at another time. Chicks will spend 2 weeks in here. Pardon the door. And then they'll be transferred into this room, which I can subdivide up for multiple teenage brooding areas. So the meat birds would take 5 feet by 9 feet, this is 9 feet wide, of area with just a heat lamp and their food. And they could live out 2 more weeks back there. And then after that, outside in the chicken tractor to eat green grass. The only insightful thing I did in this playpen, as I'm calling it, is I framed in a 2 foot tall by 4 foot wide chute here that'll have a door. And when I want to clean out the playpen area, I just drop the door. It'll go all the way flat to the loft, and then bring the tractor in here with a bucket. Or just shovel it right into the bucket, roll it out, minimal mess. The reason I'm putting walls on the playpen is so I can keep all the dust in here. If you haven't raised chickens, chickens are hecka dusty when they're inside. Blech. I have to show you this art. This rainbow was made by my grandson when he was helping me put this whole thing together. He actually did all the work to paint it white too. For a 6-year-old, not bad. Anyway, let's go out to the garden and see what else I've done. So I'm going to keep this video chicken-centric, but as you can see, my chickens are inside of my deer netted garden. I'm going to do another video on the deer netting, but putting the topper on this net made it great. The chickens lived here in the garden. Now, you might think, so what, man? I let my chickens live outside all the time. Yeah, but you have coyotes and cougars and black bear. Maybe, maybe not. But the interesting bit is nobody's tried to get inside this net, and I think it's because I have electric net around the chickens all the time, and that's a net. So they naturally assume they'll get popped if they come to it. There's no electricity here, which I find hilarious. I've trained the predators to leave myself alone as long as it's in a net. I do think that my theories are epic. You can see that my house is currently trash. We're not talking about that. So my wife and I, for some reason, have started rescuing roosters. Oh, free to a good home, rooster. You see him trying to get the hand? Both of the roosters I saved are old. They're 3 or 4 years old. They both have problems with their feet. So I built an incubator. Actually, I bought an incubator. Different video. Not one of my eggs were fertile. So that's a well summer. The other well summer is over there pacing around this chicken tractor. Almost a week ago, there's my other well summer. Also incapable of catching a hen. And has a bumblefoot or something. But somebody gave away all their chickens except for this gorgeous monster. He is just under a year old. And I went and caught him and brought him home, and he is just as friendly as Mr. Wellsummer here. These two have been fighting through the fence. They can't actually fight. But if I come around, they both run for me, which is perfect rooster behavior as far as I'm concerned, because no roosters go after the wife and no roosters go after the grandchildren. These are rules. And if they'll run from me, they'll run from anybody. No violence, nothing. They're just super friendly roosters. They don't want to be picked up. They do not want to be petted. They don't want to be near me. Perfect. Do they protect the flock? Well, we will see. My plan for the new guy is to actually take what I've affectionately called tortilla, and, well, soup must be in that other chicken tractor. And I'm going to put them in this chicken tractor 2 nights from now. And I'm going to take him and put him on the outside. I actually don't want them to fight. I don't want them to go for dominance. What I want to see is if the new guy will actually protect the flock, will interact with them. It's going to take a little bit for them to get their pecking order in order and him to say, I'm the man now. Yes, you can still see your other man, but my roosters protect my girls from aerial predators, and he has to show that he's going to be the man for protecting and the man for, well, fertilizing. But we'll see. Well, that's it for today. Have fun in your warmer climate, and I'll see you soon.